right, back here on Titans Talk. Phone line's been open all night. Appreciate Jesse for hanging on for us. Jesse, you've been waiting a while. We appreciate that. Welcome to the show. You're next up here on Titans Talk.
Yes, sir. I called in last week, and I told you that Delaney Walker is who they need to throw the ball to. And I think that's a great thing because, as you've seen, the offense got going the more they fed the man the ball, and he scored the touchdown in the fourth quarter. And you also have to be excited about Marcus Mariota because that fourth quarter comeback, man, 9 of 9, no incompletions. Give that boy his props. I'm proud of the secondary. They actually stepped up and come up with a key interception to end the game. Yes, last week, they need to keep it up. If they keep their winning ways up, Tennessee will have their back fully.
Yeah, Jesse, thanks for the call. Good points there. I think the secondary did step up. I think Mariota was great down the stretch. And Delaney Walker, you saw it right from the start. I think it was the third play of the game. They hit him for that 32-yard strike across the middle, kind of a deep crossing route. They then took down the sideline. Fortunately, that didn't lead to points on that drive, but it set the tone for the day. He caught 6 balls on 6 targets. Very efficient there. Had 83 yards in the receiving game. He was a big part of the offense. They split him out wide. They gave him different looks, got him off the line of scrimmage a little bit more freely, and he's such a great athlete. He's so difficult to cover. The touchdown to start the fourth quarter, he was on a defensive back, but he's got the speed, he's got the size to be a mismatch, and Mariota throws a perfect ball for the touchdown that really got the Titans going and believing that they could come back in this game. Delaney Walker's a Pro Bowl tight end. I don't think he's going to have 94 catches like he had last year, over 1,000 yards receiving, because I hope the Titans continue to show that they have more weapons throughout the course of the year, and he's not going to be required to come up with that much on a weekly basis. But more than 3 catches, which is what he had in week 1, is important. And yesterday, he was a vital part of this offense. Him and DeMarco Murray were the 2 biggest weapons yesterday. That's what you want to see. But Mariota also showed that he had other guys that he could get the ball to and come up with big plays. You saw it with Derrick Henry. You saw it with Tajay Sharp. You saw it with Rashard Matthews on a big play. Obviously, Andre Johnson with the touchdown. And that's what you want to see. You want to see more balance. But at the end of the day, your best players have to make plays. And right now, the best players on the Titans offense are Delaney Walker and DeMarco Murray. They need to see the touches. Yesterday, you saw that. Murray had the most targets. He had the most carries. Walker had 6 targets. He caught all 6 of them. Getting those guys involved is important for this Titans offense. I think it's going to be fascinating this week when they take on Oakland because of what you saw in the preseason. In the preseason, the Titans really ran the ball at Oakland and really took it to them in that football game. Can they do that again here? Can they establish the run game that we heard so much about? They want to be smash mouth. They want to be able to line up when you know it's coming at you and send it right at you and do it consistently and effectively. That's what the Titans' mission is. And in week 1 against Minnesota, they weren't able to do it against a pretty good defensive front. The Lions have a pretty good defensive front too. They made some plays yesterday, over 100 yards as the offense. Murray had 88 or 89 yards, I think it was, as a final. That's a solid day, but 67 of them come on that one run. Henry had a couple nice runs in there. Can they run it more consistently? Can those guys get in the 25 to 30 carry range combined? Not necessarily one guy, but combined. And can they really run the football? I think that's going to be a fascinating thing to watch against Oakland. 1, to tell the story of that game, but 2, to give us a little bit better idea that everything they worked for in the offseason about being this smash-mouth football team, has it carried over into the regular season? Is that the actual identity? Because up until now, we haven't seen it in the way that maybe we would expect. Time for our final break. We'll be back to wrap things up on this edition of Titans Talk right after this.